Picture this. You're alone, no audience, and you still react instantly to tiny things. Silence, slow Wi-Fi, someone walking too close. But why do these small moments hit so deep? Because they're not random habits, they're psychological clues about who you really are. Start with silence. People who can sit in silence without reaching for their phone often have stronger emotional regulation. It doesn't mean they're more disciplined. It means their brain trusts quiet moments instead of trying to escape them. If silence makes you uncomfortable, it usually means your mind is carrying something unresolved. Noise becomes a distraction, not entertainment. Now here's where it gets interesting. How you respond to minor inconveniences reveals your internal state. When you get irritated at slow internet, long lines, or someone walking too slowly in front of you, it has less to do with the situation and more to do with what's already happening inside you. People who snap quickly usually aren't angry. They're overloaded. Their brain is carrying more stress than they realize, and the inconvenience becomes the tipping point. Next, let's talk about how you treat strangers. If you're kind to people who can't give you anything, cashiers, servers, janitors, elderly neighbors, it often means your empathy is natural, not performative. You're not nice because someone is watching. You're nice because it's who you are. That authenticity reveals a secure sense of self. Your environment also reveals deep psychological truths. People who keep a messy room aren't always lazy. Many have high creativity or fast-thinking minds. Their thoughts move quicker than their routines can catch up. On the other hand, people who crave perfectly clean spaces often do so because chaos makes their nervous system anxious. The environment becomes a way to control the inner noise. Think about how you react when someone interrupts you. If you feel defensive or annoyed, it might signal you grew up not being heard. Your brain learned to protect your voice because it wasn't valued before. If you instantly go quiet instead, it could mean your brain defaults to safety through silence. Both reactions tell a story. Now, let's break down your emotions. The emotion you try hardest to avoid usually reveals your biggest wound. If you can't tolerate embarrassment, it often means you grew up in an environment where mistakes weren't safe. If you avoid sadness, it might mean you learned to hide your pain to stay strong for others. If anger scares you, you probably watched anger used in ways that hurt people. Your least tolerated emotion is your history speaking. Look at how you react to compliments. If someone praises you and you immediately deflect or reject it, that usually means your brain isn't used to positive attention. It doesn't trust it. On the other hand, if a compliment makes you feel deeply seen, it may mean you spent most of your life undervalued. Here's something powerful. Your emotional triggers are clues. When someone says a small comment that instantly upsets you, it's rarely about the comment. It's about what it represents. Being dismissed might remind you of childhood moments where your voice didn't matter. Being ignored might touch the fear of being forgotten. Your triggers point directly to the places you need healing. Your fears are reflections of what you care about most deeply. If you fear failure, it often means you value growth and competence. If you fear rejection, it means connection is important to you. If you fear being misunderstood, it means communication is part of your identity. Many people fear success more than failure, usually because they worry that the people around them won't support their growth. And here's the most powerful part. Your fears also reveal your potential. Every fear hides a skill you haven't developed yet. The fear of speaking hides the potential for influence. The fear of intimacy hides the potential for deep connection. The fear of failure hides the potential for mastery. Your fears tell you where your future is waiting. Finally, look at your choices in quiet moments. What you do when you have nothing to do reveals more than big, dramatic decisions. People who fill empty time instantly often fear sitting with their own thoughts. People who use free time to create, explore, or rest usually have a calmer internal world. Here's the bottom line. Who you really are isn't hiding. It's written in your habits, your reactions, your fears, your relationships, and your everyday choices. The more you understand these patterns, the clearer your identity becomes. You're not a mystery. You're a story. And now you're finally starting to read the pages that truly matter.